gonna make him an offer again.
All the gin joints and all the towns
You
and all the
can't
world.
handle the truth. Gentlemen, you can't fight in here. This is the
Frankly,
war
my
room.
dear, I don't give a damn.
This is where the fun begins.
Fasten your seatbelts. It's going to be a bumpy night.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Movie Melee. We got an exciting match for you this evening in the Golden Ticket Tournament. We got Kaiser Huang going up against James Pucket. Should be a good match. These are the two middle-seeded competitors in the tournament, so it should be a very interesting one. James coming off a very strong season last year, beating two very solid competitors in singles, those being Reiko Kreminets and me. I just called myself a solid competitor. I'm sorry. It sounded a little bit egotistical, is what it is. Joining me on the desk today, also Kaiser had a really great comeback year last year as well. Forgot to mention that. Is a returning year to singles, and he played very, very well, showing zero signs of rust. Had a great performance beating Anthony Tisdall. And now joining me on the desk today is Payson Johnson. Payson, how are you doing?
I will say Dylan Van Dyne is an amazing competitor, and that comes from my mouth, not his. But seriously, I'm very excited for this match. James is like, I think it was Amaru that kind of said he's a very sneaky good competitor. Like he just has these like insane pockets of knowledge, and he always shocks people with how much he knows. And yeah, Kaiser, insert challenge joke here, but like what he knows, and when he's on, he is really on. I'm excited for this match. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, absolutely. So we'll get into pre-match interviews now, starting with our higher-ranked competitor who decided to go first. It is James Pucket. James, first time we're seeing you play this season. How are you feeling going up against Kaiser?
Well, first off, you are a very good competitor, Dylan. Coming out of my mouth too. So I'll second what Payson said. Kaiser, the young miser. I am very interested in how this match is going to go. He's fun to say the least, so it'll be an entertaining one for sure.
All right, short, sweet, to the point. Good luck to you, sir. We will now bring in your opponent for this evening, one Kaiser Huang. Kaiser, where are you? There you are. Kaiser, you're going up against James, a very solid competitor. Like I said, that's how I describe most competitors, I guess. Very solid competitor. You're a very solid competitor, too. How are you feeling going up against a fellow very solid competitor?
You describe me perfectly. I'm a young miser, and well, yeah. I'm at best I'm inconsistent. At worst, I'm horrible. I think this match will be fun. I don't know whether I'll win, but it'll be fun. So that's the whole point of it. Let's just have fun.
Yeah, dude.
We will be having fun, starting with round number 1. Good luck to you as well, by the way, which will work like this. 8 questions, 8 different categories of movie trivia. They will answer individually on their whiteboards. Should any player get all 8 questions correct, they will be asked a bonus question, also worth a point. Each player has 3 repeats and 1 challenge to use for the entirety of the match. Any questions before we get started?
No.
Good.
All right. Then your first question will come in the category of coming of age / teen. Name 2 of the 4 leads of the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants films. How you doing, Payson? What do you think of these films?
I've never seen them, but I was going to ask, do you and maybe your siblings have a pair of pants that you swap around and like has a lot of legacy to it?
It's a very good question. The very boring answer. The answer is no. 2, 1, hands down. We will start with Kaiser.
I hope I'm thinking of the right movies. Alexis Bledel and America Ferrera.
And we'll go. Sorry. Yeah, and we will go to James.
Blake Lively, America Ferrera.
We can accept both of those answers. Yep. Answers were Alexis Bledel, America Ferrera, Blake Lively, and Amber Tamblyn.
As we head to your second question, the category of the 1980s. In Raising Arizona, Nathan Arizona owns a company that sells what?
Thoughts on Arizona?
Home state. I have grown to really appreciate it. The weather is, especially during this time of year, the weather is excellent. We are in the high 60s right now. Really loving it.
The weather here is rough. We're at minus 30 degrees Celsius. I don't know what that is for Fahrenheit for my American friends. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll go to James first.
Put beds, mattresses.
And we'll go to Kaiser.
Children.
Whoa.
Oops. I missed that question.
So the answer we have here is furniture. Fortunately, we can't accept either of those answers. Definitely not Kaiser's. The answer we were looking for was furniture. So unfortunately, James, just a bit too specific there. Any challenge?
No, I guess not. It's all good.
All right. So no perfect rounds as we get into your next question in the category of scores and soundtracks. Saltburn ends with Oliver dancing naked through the Saltburn mansion to what song? This movie's fine. I don't really get the...
I will say, children.
Hmm?
I agree. Everyone kind of like really made a big fuss about it from both ends, and I'm just like, it's good, not great, but it's good.
3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with Kaiser.
Bohemian Rhapsody.
And James?
Murder on the Dance Floor.
Murder on the Dance Floor is correct.
That's what it says.
So James takes the 2-1 lead. Payson?
So we have drama. In the curious case of Benjamin Button, what is unique about the clock made by the blind clockmaker?
I'll give you a technical on that one. In the category of drama, in the curious case of Benjamin Button, what is unique about the clock made by the blind clockmaker, Mr. Gatteau? Yeah, Payson, your internet's a bit rough right now, not gonna lie. But we're happy to have you. It's always nice seeing you. 5, 4.
Thank you.
3.
We'll
1.
do some things like this.
Yeah, pens down. We'll go to James.
You put goes backwards.
And Kaiser.
It goes backwards.
Both are correct. Payson, what's the next question?
Your next question will be coming to you in the category of directors. Who directed the 90s films Eat, Drink, Man, Woman, Sense and Sensibility, and The Ice Storm?
I've seen one of these films. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Ooh, I got a question for you. Would you rather eat, drink, man, or woman?
Ooh.
I
would need to review the punctuation to make sure I fully understand what you're asking me, but
eat, bro. I want to eat. Get some food.
Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with Kaiser.
Maybe.
And James?
I can only spell it one of those ways. Ang Lee.
Ang Lee is correct. 4-3 as we get into your next question in the category of comedy. What film is about 3 high school friends who throw a massive party in an attempt to gain popularity only for the event to spiral out of control and cause chaos in the neighborhood?
This could be like 5 movies.
Well, hopefully you write down one of them.
I have no idea.
You have a challenge for a reason.
Yeah, that's why I saved it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with James.
Put Project X.
And Kaiser.
I also put Project X.
Project X is the movie we were looking for.
Nice.
As we head into your penultimate question in the category of actors and actresses. 1956's The Harder They Fall was the final film for which actor?
This is not the film with this title that I have seen.
It is the one I have seen.
I think it looks cool.
Really
I would love
really
to watch
good.
it. Yeah.
I would highly recommend it.
Nice. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We will go to Kaiser first.
I guess Clark Gable.
And James?
It's wrong. John Wayne.
Both incorrect. We're looking for Humphrey Bogart.
Wasn't even thinking. That's good.
And your final question around number 1 will come in the category of mystery/thriller. What country is 1971's Straw Dogs set in? I had this movie, the criterion for this movie gifted to me for Christmas.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
I often see it when I walk through Barnes & Noble. It's always fun to get criterions for birthdays or Christmas.
Yeah, absolutely. I like buying specifically the ones that aren't available on any streaming service or rental service, and that's why I got Straw Dogs. So good shit. 5,
Oh, I didn't know that.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll go to James.
Put England, United Kingdom.
And Kaiser?
I put Ireland.
England is correct. I believe we can accept James' answer with this, even with the /UK. So good job.
No mattresses.
Put England. If he just would have put UK, it would have been we might have had an argument, but because he put England, absolutely, he is right.
Yeah. I always get paranoid with these things now. But
Yeah,
with that,
about like what the title should be. Yeah.
so then coming out around number 1, I have James in the lead 6-4. Is that what you have, Payson?
That is exactly what I have.
All right. Then we will get into round number 2, which will work like this. It is the wheel round. So each player will get the chance to spin the wheels. We'll decide what categories they will potentially be answering questions in today. They will be asked 5 questions, each worth 2 points apiece, unless they check down a multiple choice, in which case it'll be worth 1 point. Stealing is available in this round. I'll bring in Payson. Can you bring in the wheel now?
My bad.
You're good. All right. The categories that they could spin today are 90s action/adventure, legendary pictures, monsters, romance, westerns, 1990s, Oscars, sports, and 1980s. So, James, since you are in the lead, would you like to spin first or defer?
I'll go first.
All right. Well, then this will be your first spin. You land on the category of the 1980s. Would you like to keep that or spin again?
Let's keep it.
All right. We'll put the wheel backstage for now. And Payson, would you like to read him his questions in the 1980s?
Absolutely. James, are you prepared for your questions in the category of the 1980s?
As prepared as I can be.
Okay, your first question. A group of men known as the Mercury 7 are the subject of what 1980s film?
Five, 4, 3, 2.
Repeat.
All right, that is James's first repeat. A group of men known as the Mercury 7 are the subject of what 1980s film?
I need multiple choice. Damn it.
All right, your multiple choice options. Is it A, The Untouchables, B, The Outsiders, C, The Right Stuff, or D, The Long Riders?
The Right Stuff. Final answer. Damn it.
That is correct for 1 point.
No, pull
I
it.
thought, wait, it was like space related. That's why I
Yeah,
heard this somewhere before.
Like going the blank.
Or second question. Who directed The Verdict?
Man, let's try it, dude. Let's just go for a half-court Steph Curry OKC shot. Alan J. Pakula.
That is incorrect. Kaiser, a chance for a 2-point steal.
If that's the Paul Newman movie, I believe that's Sidney Lumet.
And that is correct for 2 points.
Good job, brother.
Thanks.
Took a risk. Sometimes it's a little.
Yeah.
It's
Swing big, lose big, yeah.
Absolutely. Your third question. Who stars as novelist and teacher Larry Donner in Throw Mama from the Train?
Billy Crystal.
That is correct for 2 points. Your penultimate question in the category of the 1980s. In Back to School, Rodney Dangerfield's character used to compete in what sport?
Multiple choice.
All right, your multiple choice options. Is it A, football, B, baseball, C, golf, or D, diving?
Diving.
That is correct for 1 point.
Next.
I have a really stupid question. Would you have accepted swimming? No, right?
I don't think
Not
so.
a-
No.
Yeah, okay. Glad I did that then.
And your final question in the category of the 1980s. In Better Off Dead, how much money does Lane own? I'm going to start over. In Better Off Dead, how much money does Lane owe the paperboy?
Multiple choice.
Are your multiple choice options? Is it A, $10, B, $1, C, $100, or D, $2?
$100.
That is incorrect. Kaiser, a chance for a 1 point steal. Is it A, $10, B, $1, C, $100, or D, $2?
$10.
That is also incorrect. We're looking for D, $2.
Okay.
It's what we like to call low stakes in my house.
Right, so coming out of that round, I now have James in the lead 10-6. Is that what you have?
That is exactly what I have.
All right, then I will bring back in the wheel for what will be Kaiser's first spin. Payson, you got it? There we go.
I got it. Yep.
So then this is the first one.
This is a spin, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Land on Legendary Pictures Monsters. Would you like to keep that or spin again?
Maybe I should have paid a string I actually watched all the movies for, but let's go with it. Sure.
Okay. Then I will be reading
Let's see
your
what
questions in Legendary Pictures Monsters. Are you ready?
I hope so. I really hope so.
All right. Your first question. In Krampus, how was Max about to be killed by Krampus before waking up on Christmas morning with the rest of his family?
Multiple choice.
Your options are A, dismembered, B, burned alive, C, drowned, or D, impaled.
Dismember.
That is unfortunately incorrect. James, for the 1 point steal, is it A, dismembered, B, burned alive, C, drowned, or D, impaled?
Burned alive?
That is correct for the 1 point steal.
Of course, that's about the movie I know about the least. God damn it. Of course.
Your next question. Who directed The Great Wall?
Zhang Yimou.
That is correct for 2 points. Yeah. It's way better than I would have pronounced it, so good job. Your next question. In Pokemon Detective Pikachu, what type of Pokemon was an informant for Harry and leads Tim and Pikachu to the underground battling arena that's later raided by police?
Fuck all of you. Multiple choice.
Your options are A, Apom, B, Cubone, C, Charizard, or D, Mr. Mime.
Oh, Mr. Mime.
That is correct for 1 point. I was waiting to look up for Payson's approval of my pronunciation of that. So cool.
You keep off perfectly.
Okay. So your penultimate question in this category. What is the name of the Harkonnen home planet in the Dune franchise?
In Doom Prophecy, it's Dunkerville. In the movies, it's Gaiety Prime. Gaiety Prime. Final answer.
That is correct for 2 points. And the tie game as we get into your final question of the cat in the category. In Lady in the Water, after Joey learns that he is the symbolist, what does he read that gives him information about the true guild?
Cereal boxes.
That is correct for 2 points and the lead. So with that, I have the score at Kaiser in the lead 13 to James's 11. Is that what you have, Payson?
That is exactly what I have.
All right, then we'll get into round number 3, which will work like this. So we will be going back and forth, drafting categories, starting with the player in the lead. Once a category is drafted, it cannot be drafted by your opponent. Once all categories are drafted, the player behind will answer questions until they take the lead. The players will choose which category they would like to take for their 1, 2, 3, and 4 point question in that order, and we will go until there is a mathematical winner. Categories that they could draft from today are 1990s, Oscars, 2000s, sci-fi/fantasy, comedy, war, action/adventure, and comic book movies. So let them draft their categories right now, and we will be right back. All right, we're back. The players have selected their categories. So we'll start with James since he is down by 2 points. What category would you like for your 1 pointer?
Let's go with war, please.
All right. So your 1 pointer in the category of war. The Sand Pebbles focuses on what branch of the armed forces?
I honestly could not hear that first word you said. I'm sorry. Did you say the?
The Sand Pebbles focuses on what branch of the armed forces?
Sorry, I'm not trying to get a full repeat. The Sand Pebbles. What branch? I don't know, the Army.
So unfortunately incorrect. We were looking for the Navy.
Yeah, them and sand makes sense.
I figured as much. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. So, what category would you like for your 2 pointer?
We'll do comedy, please.
All right. So your 2 point question in the category of comedy. Who directed 1988's School Days?
I don't know. Carl Reiner. No idea. Final answer.
It's unfortunately incorrect. We were looking for Spike Lee.
Oh, fuck. God dang, why did I forget that one?
All right. So then we'll stick with you. What category would you like for your 3 pointer now?
2000s.
All right. Your 3 point question in the category of the 2000s. What kind of location does Bill Hader's character work at in Hot Rod?
A convenience store.
It's unfortunately incorrect. We were looking for a skating rink.
Yeah.
All right. So here's the situation. James has his 4 pointer in the 1990s remaining. If he hits this, he will send it over to Kaiser. If he misses, Kaiser will be the winner. So your question in the category of the 1990s. What type of location do we find out Jack's wife was shot at in The Fisher King?
A restaurant. I don't know. Good game, brother.
That is correct for 4 big points.
Nice.
I haven't seen that movie in ages. So.
Seemingly unconfident, but pulling the answer immediately. Interesting stuff. So then now we will go over to Kaiser to answer some questions. What would you like for your 1 pointer?
Let's do action adventure.
All right.
All right, Kaiser, your 1 pointer in the category of action adventure. Who stars as engineer Nora Price in 2020's Underwater?
Oh, fuck. Jodie Foster?
That is incorrect. We're looking for Kristen Stewart.
Okay.
It's a decent movie. So what category would you like now for your 2-pointer?
Let's try comic book movies.
All right, your 2-pointer in the category of comic book movies. Who plays the titular character in Elektra?
Please. Jennifer Garner.
That is correct for 2 points.
All right, so now
Off.
here's the situation. We have a tie game, and Kaiser has his 3 and 4 pointers remaining. If he hits either one, he will be the winner. So what category would you like for your 3-pointer?
I'm gonna have to try hit it anyway. Let's do Oscars.
All right, your 3-pointer in the category of Oscars. Name the 3 Oscars won by 2005's Brokeback Mountain.
Can we get both hands on screen, Kaiser?
Oh, sorry.
You're good. 5, 4, 3.
Repeat the
2.
question.
All right, that is your first repeat. Name the 3 Oscars won by 2005's Brokeback Mountain.
I can't come with a better guess, so I'll just say Best Director, Best Adapted Screenplay, and Best Cinematography.
That is unfortunately incorrect. You got 2 of them. We were looking for Best Director, Best Adapted Screenplay, and Best Original Score.
Oof.
Oh,
Good
shit.
guess, dude. Good guess.
Known, yeah.
Very good guess.
All right, so then here's the situation, folks. Kaiser has his 4-pointer remaining in sci-fi/fantasy. If he hits it, he will be the winner. If he misses, he'll be going to sudden death. Ooh, spooky. Payson, take it away.
Absolutely. Kaiser, your 4-pointer in the category of action adventure.
Yeah.
Airline
Wait.
Oh, wait.
Wait.
Sci-fi
It's a sci-fi fantasy.
It is sci-fi fantasy. I'm so sorry.
You're good.
Good thing that question would not have mattered either way. So
Yeah.
your 4-pointer in the category of sci-fi fantasy.
Yeah.
In what family fantasy film will you find a scientist being held captive on a planet called Kamazats?
A Wrinkle in Time.
And your winner, Kaiser Huang. That is correct. A Wrinkle in Time
Holy
is the
shit.
correct answer. So you'll go to post-match interviews right now. But first, we'll talk to Payson. Payson, that was a great match. What do you think?
Yeah. That was a really interesting match. Both players had a solid round 1. James had a slight lead out of round 1, and Kaiser was able to get that lead in round 2. Round 3 just didn't seem to go James's way, but it's always fun when just a player just randomly guesses on their 4-pointer, and Kaiser returned the favor by also randomly guessing on his 4-pointer. A lot of levels went into that last round. I think that was an exciting round 3. Really fun match.
Yeah, absolutely. I think both players, struggled a bit in round 3, but they were still able to hit the points when they needed to the most. Like you said, on the 4-pointers, 2 great 4-point pulls from both of them, which you always love to see. We're going to get to the post-match interviews right now, starting with James. Cut. All right.
There he is.
All right. James Pucket. So James, look, you played it really, really well today. I mean, like, you had the lead coming out around number 1, 6 points. That's a really good score. You look, it was I think maybe some rough luck in terms of what came up in 80s. Obviously, the decade categories can be very hit or miss for people, even when they seem super confident. Sometimes it can just be not the questions you're looking for, which I think might have been the case there today. But overall, I still think you played really, really well. How you feel?
Thanks, man. No, I played okay. I wasn't strategy wise. I probably should have waited on that Alan J. Pagula. I think I might have guessed Sidney Lumet, but at the same time, I don't think the points at the end probably would have mattered in that regard. He had a good round 4 and round 3 and round 2, and yeah, Kaiser's awesome. He's it was fun. I've had a lot going on here the last few days, so I'm just happy to play, and it was a good time. Happy I at least got one question right in round 3, so I can't complain on that.
Yeah, it was a big pull on the 4-pointer. That's what
I've seen that movie, and I just remember the restaurant, so I'm like, friggin' restaurant, yeah. And then I worried, like, no, we were looking for an Italian restaurant, and I was like, I should have been more specific.
Specific is not a question. You are perfectly good.
I know. I've gotten confused by it in the past. So
that's fair.
It always comes back like trauma. But no. Good job on Kaiser. He earned it.
Well, when you do return, is there any player in particular who you'd be wanting to face?
Kaiser.
All right. I like it. All right. Well, thank you, James. Great performance here today. Now we'll talk to our first place finisher for this evening, Kaiser Huang. Kaiser, look, you've been on a really great streak since returning to singles last year. And you just took out a very strong competitor in James who had a lot of momentum, I think, going into this season. And I think was maybe like, if I had to pick like a dark horse, like for this tournament, I thought like it would have been the winner of this match. And I think you've proven in your performance here today that I think you can do some big stuff in this tournament, and I'm excited to see where you go from here. So overall, how do you feel about your performance?
I feel pretty good. Like, okay, so round 2, I joke in saying that you asked me about the movies. I know this, about. I mean, I still put in effort to like study at least for Lady in the Water because, it's So I'm glad it paid off. Like, it's always great when starting pays off. It paid off last match when I played Anthony, and it paid off today when I played James. I'll probably watch Krampus or not because I heard the movie's terrible. But
I like it.
As for round 3, like for Brokeback Mountain, I knew 2 of the 3 for sure. The one I didn't know was the one that I got wrong on. And yeah, A Wrinkle in Time, it wasn't a complete guess. I've seen the movie once and I know enough about the dumb plot of it to know that for some reason Chris Pine is a scientist, and for some reason he's in the movie, which is a bad career choice. So yes, I know it well enough to make an educated guess. But I don't feel glad. Like, I didn't really expect to win this match because James, I feel, is a better player than me. Like, he's like, I think you said it in the pre-match. He beat you and he beat Raiko. Those are 2 people I consider to be better than me in most aspects of trivia. So yeah. Well,
you had some rough luck, I think, before returning to singles. It seems like it's now coming back in your favor. And I think this was exactly, the performance that you needed to make a statement going into the rest of this tournament. So moving on to round number 2, I can tell you who you're playing next. You'll be playing the winner of the number 1 seed, Amaru Moses, or the number 12 seed, Bill Carriola. So of those 2 players, who'd you like to face?
Who I like to face? Okay, I think Bill will probably be a more fun match because playing Bill is always fun. He always picks fun strength, and he himself is a very fun person. But who I want to play more is probably Ru because I don't think I ever played Ru in Melee, and I think Ru that his record, he's a number 1 seed. His record in this tournament is insurmountable. He's beaten like great competitors in the past, so he's a person I want to face to challenge myself.
All right. Sounds good. Well, congrats again, Kaiser. We'll put you backstage for now. And yeah, Payson, any final thoughts?
Yeah, the one thing I did just want to pick up on what Kaiser said. He did say he was asked about the movies he least knows in his strength category, which I totally get. It happens to everyone. I love that he looked at this writer's room and he was like, yeah, there's no way I'm going to get a Pokemon Detective Pikachu question. Buddy, me and Spence are here. What are we doing? But no, honestly, a great match to both competitors. It's always fun to see James play. Excited to see what he does later in the season, but really looking forward to see who Kaiser plays in the next round. It's sure to be a great match.
Yeah, absolutely. I think James still has a really solid record, 3-2. Like, that's a very solid win percentage. So I think he doesn't have much to worry about there. Kaiser's a really strong competitor. No shame in losing to him. And yeah, congrats to Kaiser on a great performance today. Excited to see where he goes from here. Thank you all for watching. From all of us, from me, from Payson, from all the writers, showrunners, players, everyone, thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Where we're going, we don't need roads.
In case I don't see you.
I'm gonna go home and sleep with my wife.